In this section, we'll be discussing on how to import an already entered result entry on Excel sheet. Here with me is an example of the entries, the two entries that we are going to go through. One is the result entry that contains the class name, gender, subject area, times open, times present, times absent, teacher's remark, principal's remark, and various grades on the various skills of the particular student. So this one, we call it the result summary entry, and the other one contains particular subjects for students and their scores. This we call the result entry. So we have two sheets here, the result entry and the result summary entry. So these two will be imported using the student management system. So to begin, we log in with the account given to us by the administrator. So on successful login, we'll get into the dashboard environment. Now to start that, you go to exam menu, entering sheet, and remember that this entering sheet will only open if you actually used it to export the data before, which means that you already customized it for the term. So immediately what we just need to do is to import data. So we're going to import these data as one after the other. So first we want to start with importing the result summary sheet. So in a location in your system, you will have where you have this entire entry. So by the time you click on import student record entry or import student record entry record, it will take you to the folders in your system. For us here, we saved this folder on our desktop in a file known as second term result kn. So now I want to select the results summary entry. I have one result summary entry known as SS1 from teacher 1. So I will open it. Now when you open, you allow the system to go through it, but so sorry, it says the process cannot access the file because it is being used by another user. Wow, we got that because our entry sheet is opened down. So please ensure that you close your entry sheet before importing. So based on that, we'll go back again to import. Please close all entry sheets. You saw that error before importing. So we are back again. Let's see this time around if it will pull our record. Yes, successfully pulled our record. So you can slide through to see your record that was pulled from the Excel sheet. So this is our record pulled from the Excel sheet. You can see that for this particular entry, it's intact, and that's a good one. So the next thing we do is to save this record. So you save the record. So it will quickly do that for you. Save the record for you, and once it's done, once it has added the record, you see that a little change has occurred in your table. So the moment it does that, you see a little change has occurred in your table, and that is okay. So the next one now, it's we want to import exam subject taking sheet. So we'll come to this point, we click on import exam subject taking sheet, we go to import it, So we'll import for that same xx1. We want to look at a particular subject entry sheet for ss1. So let's take this for instance and we'll say open. So let's see, you see it changes automatically. Now this particular entry sheet has lots of blank scores, however we will still use it, or we could go back to import using a more clearer one that has more things in it so that we could understand what we are doing. Let's see, Uncle Ralph. I don't know if that's what I did before. Okay, since that's what I used before, let me use another uncle who might have more. Okay, I think this one has something here, so let's just go with this. We'll save. So it gives us an error saying so person no score, so person no score. That's what you will get when we do not have scores in some of them. So let's close and let's see if some of them actually had their scores. So we'll look for those who had scores to see if some of them actually had scores. So remember we worked on ss1. So let's go to xx1. So we are in ss1 and let's see some of the things that we did. You can see from the result summary entry, you see some of the things we imported. Now let's see if Success Adebayo has any score attached to her. Okay, you can see that there is no score attached to this science student. Let's look at the B class. Okay, no students. So I guess we will still continue looking at these students to see if there is anyone who has something from what we imported. So best still, we could rework on our sheet to remove blank spaces so that we get a better result and minimize what we are going to do. So what I'm trying to say is, in the SS1 we could do a quick grouping of all subjects. So for us to indeed be successful with what we want to do, we will minimize this one. This is what you are expected to do from your Excel sheet. So let's go to our Excel sheet. Our focus is on xx1. So all xx1, we want to group them together so that we don't have this issue of and this person doesn't have score, this person doesn't have score. So please just open your files. We'll start with the very first SS1 we are seeing here. We want to group them together. Now we notice that we have two xs1 entering from here, so we'll also find out why we have two ss1 results and summary entering. We'll try and group them together since it has all come to us. So please, we'll just work on that quickly. Now you open from this first person. We'll use this first person as our master copy. So all entrings with 00 will be deleted. Don't know why we made that, so we want to remove all entrings with 00. So you see, alternatively we could also check if these entrings will pass through, but the best thing is we just remove them off. So right click and say delete. So we say shift cell up. Oh, sorry, Control Z. Sorry. So we say delete entire row. Good. So that is off. Come to this one, you say delete entire row. Please remember, delete entire row. Come to this one, you say delete entire row. So what we are doing now is we are removing those who do not have score in this particular sheet. Delete entire row. Then we say delete. So please just do that first, because these students don't have scores attached to their name, so that we know what we are doing. Delete entire row. So for this particular record, we have a very clean slate record. Remember, I said it is best we group them together. Or however, even if you don't want to group, so that you would also have your clean slate, you just do this one, delete entire row. I'm going to do this as an example for you. Delete entire row. Please be very careful that you just delete this entire row. So I think we now have a clean slate. Then you save, Ctrl X. So you save this. So now we are going to work with this particular one now to see if we will get results from here. But because we want a comprehensive result, this is just for economics, we could open another XX1 and join to this place. So let's look at this second one that we have here, still from the same place. Now what you could just do as a quick one to make it easy for you, you come here, you say delete entire row. Please remember, you are deleting not the entire table, please. You are deleting the row, so you could click at the row column or just something like that, depending. Delete the row. That row is off, I think so. Let's see, Ctrl Z. Good. So we are together. We are deleting the row. Just like that, we are deleting the row. We are deleting the row. We do not want this 000 of a thing. Deleting the row to avoid that populated error message saying these students do not have scores. We want a clean result record, so please always remember that this should be done. And symbols like this is not allowed. Symbols like this is not allowed. They should not give us a dash. Instead, there should be a 0 score, please. If nothing is there, there should just be a 0 score, please. These are some input errors that we want to verify, because once this goes there, it will result to something else. So please do not go through all your sheets. We will just use this one as a sample. We just want to use XX1 as a sample. So please, you are going to go through all your sheets to ensure that you remove all this. Peradventure that these students who we are removing, that it happens to be that, so you're going to use, you copy all your sheets to another place first, so that you don't have to recreate. If peradventure scores for this student now come up later, you just go to your other copy that you have, copy their record again, once again, and you just input the figures and attach to the sheet. So please just bear that in mind. So we are on it. I think we have done this one. We're almost done with this. So I do not want to make it too difficult for you. So you could just do a clean sheet like this for each of them. For each of them, then we'll just pull. So we are done with this anti, and we are done with this one. So I think the next person we are going to in SS1 is this one. So we want a very clean record. So we open this. So please, we want to bear in mind what happened here. Did they tamper with our data? This is not a nice one at all. Just pray they did not tamper with our data. This data was tampered with. Our data don't come like this. So these are some of the cases we have. Our data don't come like this. It was tampered with. So what I will do here for this particular record, when you want to do that, you carefully work on it. You carefully work on it. Please, you carefully work on it. So this one, I'm deleting it. Deleting this one. I'm deleting this one. Just hope that it's going to go through. Deleting this one. I'm deleting this one. Every 0000 score should be removed. I'm deleting this one, and I'm deleting this one, and I'm deleting this one. So I think this is going to be a little walkthrough that you have to do. It's going to be a little walkthrough that you have to do. Sometimes we might have this walkthrough. Just note that what you are actually deleting is people who do not have score at all, that have a parallel 0000 something. Wow, this is a wonderful one. The teacher here actually did a wonderful job filling all necessary columns and not tampering with data. So please take note of this particular physics. The data was tampered with. The data was tampered with. Well, this is actually a run-through video that will help you walk through yours. So please, just take note of that. So let's look at this one. The data intact. We want to see if there is any one that we have to remove because it's a 0000 field. Wow, I think this one is true. This one is true. Some have some sweet ones. Let's also look at this. So anyone that does not have the 000 future, I think this one has some 00 futures that we just have to remove. So please click here. Just remember, delete row. I think this is even easier. Click on this point, you say delete row. Please carefully look at the video. Delete row. Delete row. Delete row. Delete row. Every 0 should be removed. That has a total score of 0 should be removed. Delete row and delete row. Then please always remember to save it before you close. Then let's go to this. So this is a walkthrough that you're going to do to ensure you have a very nice record. So delete row, delete row, delete row, delete row, delete row, delete row, and delete row. So this is what we have. I think I'm still seeing some. Delete row. So please, you just check through very well. Delete row, delete row. Good. So I think this one is good to go. So Ctrl X, I've saved. Then we go to this one. For me, I would have joined everything together. I noticed that this particular one seems Control Z. Let's see. That's another. This one is because our formatting has been tampered with, and as such you might have different forms of delete. This one is just deleting as if it is mechanical and not automatical. So whatever happens, just be careful with the particular delete option you choose. So if you see a plain delete on a sheet like this, you just know that the data itself, the data command line, has been tampered with. So what we'll do is at the end we'll just check to know if it will work. If it doesn't work, then we'll also direct you on what to do. But let's just do a clean slate first before we conclude whether it will work or not. So just pulling it, delete, delete, delete. I think we are doing it gradually. We want a very clean slate for our job, for the 10th result, so that we will not have issues of it's not what the student wrote that was uploaded. So let's just do a clean one quickly. A little time will be done with this. I just want to use the XX1 complete entering so that we'll see what it looks like. And we do that, you do it for others. So I've saved this. I'm here now. We're almost done. Okay. Still have the same issue of data being changed. And when I mean data being changed, you notice that there's supposed to be a blue symbolic header. I don't know why, instead of having that blue symbolic header, it was, or the filter header, it was tampered with. But that not being the case, let's just walk through. Guess you understand this very well, because I've done lots of it. So removing all zeros as total score, you don't need that. I think the last uncle should be this XX1. Hopefully at the end of this we will get to see what we are trying to do. Delete row. You see, anyone who has that customized feature comes with the word delete row, but the one that doesn't have the customized feature, you just see delete. Delete row. 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 So most probably these students did not write this exam, and as such we are having them as blank records. Well, if that is the case, please always ensure you remove these sections. So I think we are done with that. Now remember, I said we have two SS1 here. I don't know why that is so, but let's quickly look at it. We have uploaded one which I felt was a complete entry, but I think maybe along the line there was a new populated entry, so we just want to check. Let's check and see why we have two of them. This one ends in 37. It ends in 37. This one also ends in 37. So I think it's just a double entry. It's the same data, so we have made use of one and we'll just leave it that way. So that is just what you need to do adjusting these entrants. So let's go back to our application, the student management software. Now we want to import again. This time around we want to see that we get everything right for SS1, so that we will click on it, we will be seeing scores. So we are there now. So let's see how it goes. So select. Now we want to work on subject taking, import. So we are starting from the very first XX1, which is this. We open. Still seeing some 00 entry. So why is this happening? Sorry, let's close. We want to confirm from this first entry. Why should we still be seeing the 00 entry thing? It's quite intact now, so let's see what is happening. Okay. So let's see import data. Sorry, wait, let me close everything here. It has a store record. Import data. Select this. Then let's see for this anti again. It's just follow through. It's a rough presentation. Okay. Should we be showing this? Entry sheets given us the 0000 data thing. I'm going to find out what is happening. I'm not supposed to see anything on the 00 entry sheet. Look for this person on ignorance. Okay, everything here is on ignorance. Okay. I think these are the things we want to check through. Okay, never mind whether it's showing the 00 thing, just keep pushing all of them up. At the end of the day we'll have a balanced record. So let's just continue. Let's continue so that we don't keep taking our time. This video is supposed to be some few minutes video, so just save. Don't mind the error message. Once you see this, you know it's indeed successful. We pull up again. We want to pull another record. We want to pull another record. So we save. And notice that once you save, you start seeing populated records. So let's follow through. Where are we? I think we are on this something. I don't know. Just a good note of where you are, so that no error will come. Okay. So think I just finished the third person. So let's see the fourth, Uncle Jonathan. I save. Then I'm going over to another person. I think we stop at Uncle Jonathan. The SS1. So I'm going to Uncle Joseph. So once it's like this, you save. I believe you will get this clearly. You pick again. So this is what you experience if the sheets, they are many. Okay. You save. The sheet is indeed many. This is what you will experience. So you see. So notice that the current name of the person who you just concluded, you'll be seeing it here on this point. So that is also a guide for you to know where you are. So just take that as a guide to know the last person you completed its own. So I think we did Ralph, and the final one is Zeno. So save record. Okay, so I think we are done with importing for XX1 from our own demo. I just want to change so that we'll see what we now have in XX1 to see if we will have candidates with scores. Yes, you can see that we now have candidates with scores. So please, all you just need to do is go through them and know why. Like for example, this person now no score in I think I saw somebody here. Anointed doesn't have score in Greek and CRS. So find out why there is no score in Greek and in CRS. So just something like that to just go through just like that and ensure that everything is intact down to the end. It's just a very funny one, but you just have to ensure. And the current name of the student shows here, so ensure why no score there. So after that, please always remember to go to your administration side, back up your database each time you finish a particular class. So good luck. Just try and do that first, then while you wait for the other video where we'll continue from. Thank you.